To be alone is wonderful, but to feel lonely is terrible, because loneliness means somewhere you have made your individual nature so exclusive that there is no way to feel connected with life around you. Of course, in a new place, you may have a few challenges, I appreciate that. But the important thing is, for any given human being, we must understand we come alone and we go alone. When we are here, we are seeking for other people to travel with us as co-travelers. And that need not be only in one form or one type of relationship or the other. It can be in any number of ways. So above all, if you do not concretize your individuality, I'm this kind of a person, I'm from this nationality, I'm this race, I'm this religion, or I'm this gender and whatever else, if you just keep yourself little open to life, that you're alive, you will see there's no room for loneliness. There's too much population, how can you be lonely? It's just that you cannot smile at this person that you have never seen before. If I have to smile at you, I must know who you are, where you come from, what you do, then only I can smile at you. It's a terrible condition for a human being. Why can't you just smile at anything? Why can't you smile at the sky? Why can't you smile at a tree? Why can't you smile at a cloud? Why can't you smile at the sun which is trying to burn you down?
You won't find a single person in this world who hasn't felt lonely in his or her life. This is one of the most fundamental human experience. Though everyone has gone through this experience of loneliness, but only a very few people know what it really is. It's not what most people think it is. Generally, people take loneliness to be the absence of others. They think that they feel lonely only because they don't have anyone around them. They think that they feel lonely only because they don't have anyone in their company. But that is not the true reason. Superficially, it may seem to be the reason, but if you look at it with meditative eyes, if you look at it consciously with awareness, you will realize that loneliness happens because of your disconnection from your own true self. It happens because you have lost touch with your divine conscious nature. External circumstances, the situations, people and things only act as a distraction, and so they cover up your loneliness. But deep down, you remain lonely. Loneliness is the deep longing of your soul to feel the oneness with all that is, to feel the unity with the whole creation. That's what your whole being craves for. It wants to become one with the whole creation. It wants to experience the eternal fulfillment. Right now, it feels like an isolated part of this huge creation. Right now, it feels like a fragmented part of this infinite creation. So, loneliness expresses itself as a deep longing of this fragmented part to become one with the whole creation. So the only way to overcome loneliness is self-discovery. The only way to dispel the darkness of loneliness is to know your divine essence beyond this body-mind complex. Now, some of you may think, does self-realization really put an end to loneliness? Yes, of course. The very root of loneliness lies in your ignorance of your true nature. You keep covering up this feeling of loneliness with things and people of this world, not knowing that material possessions and relationships are incapable of curing this disease of loneliness. The only cure for loneliness exists within you. You have to turn inward and see who you really are beyond the temporary forms of body and mind, and recognize the ever-present divine essence in which the whole creation exists. The moment you discover your divine conscious nature, that very moment you put an end to loneliness forever. If you look at the history of spirituality, you'll find that there has never been a saint who felt lonely after self-realization. There has never been a saint who felt sad, who felt hopeless after discovering his divine nature. Not even one exception. And I'm talking about the saints of all traditions that exist in the whole world. Not one single case where the enlightened person felt depressed and lonely. So this really proves one thing very clearly, that your loneliness is the result of your ignorance about your true self, which exists as the background consciousness behind this body-mind complex. People take loneliness as a negative thing, but if you look at it deeply, you'll find that it's actually a great opportunity for your spiritual growth. It's like the divine calling you back home. It's like the divine telling you to see the true nature of this world, to recognize its transitory nature. It's like the divine telling you, enough is enough. Now come back to the source. Come back home. Whenever you feel lonely, acceptance should be your first step. Just accept what you feel within. Don't avoid, don't suppress. The way beyond loneliness lies only through loneliness. You have to move through it consciously. You have to experience it with all your being and see for what it is. Just a conscious look is enough. When you truly look at it, you will see the darkness of loneliness dissipating. And finally, it will disappear, leaving behind the light of your divine, conscious, blissful nature.